cell phone doesn't get reception way out here, so I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. And they're on their way. That's good. Lodi, I saw a genuine mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. Hey, mister. That gal, Maya. She wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Oh, yeah. Lotta doesn't know that when Maya is channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. Then again, weren't there only the two of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Lotta, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like wet sheep. I sorta got the same impression myself. He's real controlling. As soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts hollering. Must've been real rough to work with them. Hey, they'll be here soon, right? The police, I mean. I reckon you should be getting back to the crime scene now. Yeah, I guess so. Ah, Mr. Wright. Miss Faye, how's, Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The spirit-severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. Guess I just have to wait. The police are here! Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? You again? What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe? It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on, so just sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? Shall I show you to the scene of the crime, Detective Jim Shoe? My name isn't Jim Shoe. The two of them went into the channeling chamber, so all I can do for now is see what everyone else has to say. The police are busily running here and there, and I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey, you! Don't touch anything! Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. Tell you what, pal. I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? About Maya. I hate to break this to you, pal, but with the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside this room, after all. But Maya is... You can ask more about her later, pal. Right now, I've got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence. Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? He was shot in the forehead. But... what? But he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. A knife? Basically, the Vic was first stabbed, then he was shot. I'm really busy right now. I can take a look at it later, alright, pal? Didn't even take a glance at it. Hey, pal! No touching without my permission! I'm just looking at it. Hey, I can't be too careful if a kid like her can be a murder suspect, now can I? Guess if I want to search this room, I'm gonna have to come back later. I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Like, how can I help you? That is, like, so isn't it about time to start? Huh? Time to start what? You know, like, the channeling. Channeling? Oh, no. Actually, the situation has kind of changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there has been a murder. So, like, a murder is that thing where, like, one person kills another, right? Yes, a person has killed another person. Oh, that's, what are the words I'm looking for? It's like, totally a bummer. Yeah, after all that effort, that's all she had to say? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to, like, introduce myself. My name is Eenie Meenie. At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology. Parapsychology? That's right. I think people, like, usually call it occult studies or something. Like supernatural phenomena and ESP and psychic powers, that sort of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. So what brings you here today? So I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place. He asked me, like, do you know of a good spirit medium? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. Because, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing. I see. Why were you taking a nap here? Like, I wasn't feeling good? Huh? I'm, like, allergic to sesame seeds. They, like, must have put some in the food they served for lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. So I, like, felt sick and came in here to, like, sleep. I totally feel like I've wasted my time because I, like, slept a long time. So you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you don't know anything about the murder that took place? Like, what? Oh, that! I, like, totally know nothing. So who was, like, you know, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? And what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like, a long time ago, I was, like, a patient, yeah. Sounds like she's trying to hide something. I'm, like, totally bad at remembering people's names. Oh? But I, like, remember seeing that face somewhere before, like, I think. Well, thanks for trying. I didn't think it was possible for someone to be this much of an airhead. I'm, like, totally bad at remembering... this face. Like, I think I've seen it somewhere before. What? You're joking, right? Like, of course I am, silly. Oh, thank goodness. There's no one here, as usual. Hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Lotta? God, don't let me be next! Don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me! If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine! Did you see or notice anything that stuck out to you? Nah. Well, maybe one thing. What is it? Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing. What? Curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get you? This is just too much, I say. What's too much? Being an occult photographer. That's some scary stuff, so I think I'm gonna try to be a celebrity photographer now. Going after photos more within your reach from now on. More glamour, less gore. What's up? Oh yeah! What is it? I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? I took some pictures of the murder scene inside. She did. 2 even. Seance murder. I sure like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story. Lotta. Sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops to the scoop of the century. I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. Why does it feel like we've been through this before? Oh dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. Like, what's all the buzz? Alright everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm going to give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not going to be done until real late. That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fey Manor tonight. What a mess. Can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police, and I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Morning. Guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center ASAP. Nick! Maya. What am I going to do? I never imagined it would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here at this detention center. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's powers, so I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but you don't have to be nice to me. I understand. So you're the master or something of the Crane School of Channeling? Actually, my mother is for now. But since that title is passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act. You believe in us, don't you? Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When Maya's channeling a spirit, not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. It happened this time, too. Dr. Gray said that he wanted to call the nurse, so Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber? I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him. Okay. We closed our eyes, and I began the channeling. This is sounding kinda creepy, like the beginning of a scary story. And that's the last thing I remember. What? After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. Then you don't remember a single thing? When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms. And there was blood, all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move, and it was unbearable, really suffocating. It went something like that. I see. I have no idea what to say to that. There was a really familiar smell, too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I've smelled that same scent before. I guess this is about all the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you're prepared, okay? Huh? It? What is it? The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. But what's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer. No one's decided that yet. But I did. I killed that person with these 2 hands. That's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose, I'm sure. Stop it. Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When's the trial? Sounds like tomorrow. As usual, 0 prep time. Alright, I'm going now. Wait. This jewel. This is called a Magatama. It's a magical charm and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearlie, and I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers. Hey Richard, how you doing back there? This guard monitors the visitor's room. Wonder if he's bored. Not that I can tell since he never looks over this way. Smile, you're on candid camera. Maya, this should cheer you up, it always does. Sorry, Nick, but there's nothing really special about it. You! Feels like I've been gone forever. It's only been 1 day. Oh, that's right. Where's that newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day? Here it is, right on top of my desk. This is the only thing he left behind that's going to be of any help. 1 year ago on May 2nd, 14 patients died from malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. I have to save Maya, no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? The meditation room nurtures all mediums young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager, but it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. Should take this chance and thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Oh, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I'm on my way to go meet Mystic Maya, and I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea so bitter you lose your tongue and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful, especially if you learn how to say that sentence fully before you give them to her. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. She's one scary lady. Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions too, while I have the chance. I would like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. Do you mean that awful tragedy? That man murdered me, so I killed him. Maya? Step away from there! Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. What happened here in this room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head. To make her go unconscious, correct? That is correct. Next, I performed the spirit severing technique. Spirit severing technique? The spirit of that nurse was inside of Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber. This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday. What do you mean? Sometimes, when an inexperienced medium calls in a especially strong spirit, That spirit may become violent and revolt as you witnessed yesterday. Revolt? But how? When a spirit enters a medium's body, she loses her will and herself steps aside. To put it another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. But isn't that extremely dangerous? An experienced medium has little problem controlling a spirit. But Mystic Maya, that was her first channeling. And that's why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon the client himself. I'm grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible incident. And that would be that folding screen there. It is the Quran Sacred Writings. Along with the Quran Sacred Urn, they are this village's most treasured possessions. If I ever found out that something had happened to either one... Wow, the humanity. Not for her to be worrying about the folding screen at a time like this. Guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. So, how's Pearl today? Mr. Wright. Yes. In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become the master. That's very impressive. Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great it's even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy and is the pride of the Branch family. Wow, she's really fired up now. In any case, our world is so different from yours, perhaps it is best for you to quit, good sir. Quit? Quit what? Oh, okay, just don't answer it. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. There seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it. It's a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? Well then, I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. Alright, please tell Maya I said hi. What was that? I mean, Mystic Maya. I will tell her. Little Pearl isn't here today. Maybe she's at school? Oh, hey, like, you're that guy from yesterday. The, dentist guy. No, I'm a lawyer. That's right, Mr. Smith, Esquire. That's right. Wait, I mean, you're wrong. My name is Wright. Smith, Wright. Well, I got like 3 letters at least. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? So, like, I study this thing called parapsychology at this college, and, you told me about that yesterday. The sesame allergy, too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? If Lada ever wanted another genuine mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. So, why are you still here today? Like, there's so much for me to, like, study here. Like what? Like, the medium's training, or like, how they inherit their spiritual power? I suppose this village is the real thing, after all. So, like, I asked if I could stay here for, like, a little longer. She sure seems like the carefree type, at least, on the surface. Have you heard about the murder? It's, like, totally scary, she says with a silly smile plastered on her face. So, do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow, I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you're talking about. Like, wait, I think you asked about him, like, yesterday, too. That's right. Her reaction yesterday when I asked was... You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? And what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like, a long, long time ago, I was, like, a patient, yeah. Okay, she's definitely hiding something from me. Like, is something wrong? You surprised me. And how are you today? Guess she isn't open to friendly chatting. Huh? She's still holding something in her hand. Looks like the same thing she had yesterday. Oh, yeah, Maya said to give this to you. I'm in trouble now. If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the one next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's. Huh? She actually spoke? Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. What? So then, of course, you're going to help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's what you're going to do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Wow, it's like a beautiful fairy tale. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. What a wonderful relationship. Wait, I mean, things aren't like... I can tell you're a good person. Alright, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm going to help you in any way I can. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her. Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered. Usually when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Oh, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special to her. Where in the world did she get the idea like that? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? Which channeling school? Yes, for example, I study the Quran technique. I get it. No, I'm a lawyer. A lawyer. Lawyer? Yep. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? None that I know of, unless you count that one incident that, like, heavily involved a spirit medium that I solved. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. So what's that you've got there, Pearl? Oh, this? I found it yesterday. If you want it, I can give it to you. Alright, if you really want to give it to me. You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick, and a tie store, because you're a lawyer. She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one too. Mr. Nick? Yes, Pearls? Can I call you... I can call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama? Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. But I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Please take this. I'm sure it will be helpful. What do you mean? It will let you see people's secrets. See people's secrets? Yes. If it's alright with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while. I can explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. God, I sure wish I knew someone who was hiding a secret. Hey, it's you, pal! You're going to be your lawyer, I bet. Yeah, by the way, you look like you might be hiding a secret. Oh. I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once, I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. I'm not scary, honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Hey, I know, I'll show you something cool. How about this? It's a real, genuine pistol. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. What about Maya and the charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, we've got a few pieces. You've got proof? Yeah, pal. That puffy-haired photographer's going to testify tomorrow. Must be talking about Lotta. Actually, speaking of Lotta... I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? I took some pictures of the murder scene inside. Lotta's hot pictures. Wonder where camera captured. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? About Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year. Yeah, I know. I was looking through some newspapers from last year, and... Huh? I could have sworn I cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. Searching through his pockets, and boy are those big. Looked really interesting, too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal? Copy of that article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. About Maya's trial tomorrow. I've got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2? Yeah, bad news, even worse news. So which do you want to hear first? I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not going to like it. Alright, pal. Well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma. What? Von Karma? Manfred Von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a sec. But didn't Von Karma stand trial, and that's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually a successor. Successor? So, who is this successor to Von Karma? Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. His kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, and hasn't lost a trial since. That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Kid, huh? Wait a sec! 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have heard something about. Oh, no, the kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff and is a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Stop it. Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore, now that he's gone. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and... Hey, it's that news story! The one about the malpractice suit. 14 patients died and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Oh, here we go. I brought my own clip-in with me today. Here, pal, this is for you. Alright, thanks. Mimi Meanie, nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic, died after falling asleep at the wheel. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. She's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter? What? No! How old do you think I am? Not a boomer yet. I want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I like totally don't know him. What is that? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart. What? This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these psych locks, Mr. Nick. Psych locks, huh? The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you'll see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it. Unlock? But how? Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person. And let's remove the lock. I have no idea what she's talking about, but guess I'll give it a try. You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop. Well, I've got to start somewhere. Let's give the psych lock thing a try. Take that! Eeny meeny. I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like, how many times do I, like, have to repeat myself? If you're, like, so totally sure, then where's, like, your proof? Well, it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. Like, what do you mean, like, indirectly? Should show the possibility existed for now. So, something that shows a possible connection between Eenie and Dr. Gray. I mean, that's the same last name. Take that! Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Like, what is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Mimi Meanie? Meanie is a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Mimi Meanie wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? So you noticed. She was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse? Perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray Surgical Clinic? I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. Please, tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. My sister's name was Mimi Meanie. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that like Dr. Gray was really tough on people, like a total slave driver. My sis was like always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out? So is that why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sis so hard, so, like, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice? Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault, too. My sis was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duties and stuff, and that pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone. Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a psych lock works. I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. No Where did this box come from? I'm sure this wasn't here last night. Looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom.
Mr. Nick,
What's wrong?
I've never left Karine Village.
Really? Wow, that's, pretty amazing.
You're going to meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi.
Hey, wait! She ran off again. Well, I know Enie's secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm going to save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. Now would be a good time to bring up that in the English localization of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, the entire series takes place in, I believe, Los Angeles, California, or just California in general. Makes Karine Village really stick out as a thing that does not exist. That is because it took place in Japan in the obvious original translation. And it was changed to America retroactively by... I can't remember the lady's first name. I know her last name is Sue, I believe. And, maybe Janet Sue. Either way. She said in a interview, I think, that it was taking place in America in the localization. And it's just an alternate version of America where anti-Japanese immigration laws were never put in place during World War II. So, we're living in alternate history. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? That voice. Mia! Even without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Mia. She's Maya's older sister and my mentor. She was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. But... So, tell me all about it. I'm going to guess that my sister is in a lot of trouble again. I told her everything about what had happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes deep in thought while she listened. I see. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is, tell me, please. Believe in your convictions. And fight for the complete acquittal of your client. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes? Mediums can't have dreams. They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt that she had died and been buried in the ground. But that is impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels, her own spirit disappears. Which means that it's impossible for her to have a dream during that time. Then, what does this mean? I think it's safe to bet that Maya was set up. A setup? It's up to you to blow the lid on this case tomorrow and show how she was set up. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. It is? Just as it sounds, Phoenix, you already hold on to the key. I can speak, just as Maya can. Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Alright, I'll show it to her, the key I hold. Nice use of the semicolon. Mia, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. This key? Phoenix, listen. Right now, that key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to this case is. That is enough. But... How can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... I didn't know it at the time, but this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. Mia? What? What's wrong? That's right, only I can see the Cyclops. Which means Mia must know something about the real murderer. For this to be something that she would hide under lock and key even from me. What in the world is going on?